Hey everyone, I'm Becky Watson and I'm a certified yoga therapist. I'm coming to you today with a tip of the week. So I've started doing these just to share with you some of the information that I know. Um, just small practical tips that will help you in your day-to-day life. So this week's tip is about your spine. It's the 6 movements of the spine. Why the 6 movements of the spine? Is because these 6 movements, help to keep your spine young. They help to keep the fluid moving through all of those joints in the spine, and that's what helps keep your spine moving. It helps keep it supple. So moving your spine every day, whenever possible, in these 6 ways will help keep you moving. So as you age, it just keeps that spine working better. And they're really simple. It's something you can do in just a matter of a couple of minutes. You can obviously take longer, but just a couple of minutes is all it takes to bring those 6 movements into your spine. So let's jump into it. I'm going to start with let's start with the side to side movement. So if you sit, I'm sitting on a meditation cushion right now, but you could do this standing, you could do this seated flat on the floor. It doesn't really matter. You can do this in a chair even. It's really easy to get these movements into your life, but I'm going to start with that side to side movement and taking one arm up towards the ceiling and then begin to lean over in the opposite direction. So you're opening the side of your body. I always like to pause here for a few breaths just because it feels good. This is one of my favorite stretches lately. And then coming back to the center. So that's 1. 2 is going to be in the opposite direction. So take the other arm up and lean over again to the opposite side. This is 2. And again, pausing for a few breaths. It feels rather good. And come back to the center. So that's 2. 1 to each side. Now 3 is going to be forward movement. So you can simply lean, walking your hands forward. You can round your back a little bit. You can drop your head, but taking your spine forward. Breaths in here. This can be done again standing. It can be done seated. It doesn't really matter as long as you're moving that spine forward. Coming back up, that's 3. So the next one is going to be the opposite. It's going to be some backward movement. So it can be as simple as taking your hands behind you and clasping them together and leaning back, using those hands for support. You can take your hands and place them in your lower back and use those for support. But however you want to do it, leaning back, opening the front of your body, taking that spine and that backward movement. Coming back up, that was 4. Now the other 2 are going to be twisting motions. So I'm going to twist first to my right, so taking my left hand to my right leg, and my right hand behind you, twisting to look over my right shoulder. Deep breath here. Come back to the center. If that's 5, 6 is going to be the opposite direction. So I'm twisting now to go over, look over the left shoulder. Again, just twisting in both directions, pausing and breathing. Come back to the center. And congratulations, if you did that with me, you just did the 6 movements of the spine. So just to review, there are 6 movements. Do them every day to keep your spine young and healthy. Those 6 movements are going to be the side movements, 1, and 2. 3 and 4 are going to be forward movement and backward movement. And then 5 and 6 are going to be twisting motions. Make sure you twist in both directions to really help that spine. So simple as that, you can help keep your spine healthy. Yeah, 6 movements of the spine. I hope you give it a try and let me know how it goes. Thank you for being with me today, and I look forward to coming back to you next week with another weekly tip. Namaste.